A home is destroyed in a fire. Now the investigation is heating up into what sparked the flames.
Plus, a man will have to face a judge. You'll hear the wild crimes he's accused of committing to his best friend.
Mosquitoes are swarming the Gulf Coast. So hear why people are protesting mosquito control. Gulf Coast News Today at 4:30 starts right now.
Live, the news you count on. Gulf Coast News Today.
Good morning and happy Thursday. Thanks for counting on Gulf Coast News Today. I'm Christy Soto.
I'm Joshua Cole. As you step out the door this morning, we're going to get you ready here with our Gulf Coast Live Radar with meteorologist Jason Dunning here this morning. Jason, I'm liking the clear skies at the moment.
Yeah, after some noisy late night storms, maybe a too early alarm clock for some of you. Of course, it's much quieter, as Joshua was saying right now on the Gulf Coast Live Radar, scanning the sky around Iona McGregor and Cape Coral. At one point through the overnight, especially through the 11 o'clock hour, we had over 400 lightning strikes just over Lee County. But we won't see storms again until the afternoon. So starting off with temperatures now anywhere from 73 to 79. It gets warmer near the coastline. Here's a check of your Gulf Coast weather, your forecast for your Thursday. A quiet start with clearing skies, mid-70s. We're up to 90 by midday with a couple of spotty storms possible. Rain chances peaking by the middle of the afternoon. And the storms that pop up will be slow moving. You can see our rain chances around 40%, but the soakers that do develop could dump 1, 2, 3 inches of rain. So we'll be tracking those closely on the Gulf Coast Live Radar. We'll map out your rain chances with our latest futurecast ahead in just a few minutes.
Jason, thank you very much. This morning, the state fire marshal investigating what started this home to just go up in flames. And you can see how much smoke and the fire just engulfs the entire home. Two Good Samaritans saw this on their way home from work in Immokalee. They pulled over and recorded the video. That's when a lady ran up begging for help to call 911.
It was very hot. We were standing about 150 feet away maybe, and you could just feel the heat. It was started getting really bad.
Fire crews rushing to the house, working for hours to battle the flames here that kept reigniting. The Immokalee fire chief saying someone owns the home, but no one's lived there in about 5 years. Count on Gulf Coast News to let you know how the fire started.
This morning, we're learning more about the mobile home fire in North Fort Myers that sent 2 people to the hospital. It happened along Amber Lane, just off Bayshore Road on Tuesday. A woman and her boyfriend were inside the home when the fire started. Her son and grandson ran over from their aunt's house. They found her unconscious and had to pull her out of her bedroom window. We spoke with a neighbor who grabbed a hose to try and protect the surrounding homes.
We heard a boom and felt it. We thought at first something hit the roof. And my wife said, something's going on. You're not sure what to do.
3 dogs died in the fire. 1 dog survived. This morning, the woman is recovering in the trauma unit at a hospital in Bradenton. Her boyfriend was released Wednesday morning. Now, this isn't the first fire the mobile home community has seen. Just 2 weeks ago, Gulf Coast News was right down the street for a deadly fire on Coach Light Lane where 1 man was killed in his trailer. Neighbors tell us they're shaken up watching their community face another fire just after another tragedy.
It's terrible to wake up in the morning, not a week and a half apart, and see another house charred to just black cinders. It's awful.
The cause of both fires in this community is currently under investigation.
Lee County Sheriff's Office, come out with your hands!
Nicholas, listen!
Nicholas!
Come inside, we have a search warrant. All right? You can either come out with your hands up. Come on.
It is just wild body camera video, and a man is accused of kidnapping and robbery in Lehigh Acres. His next stop will be to face a judge. Deputies saying a man came to Nicholas Flores' home in Lehigh Acres Monday to buy a PlayStation 5. However, the victim says Flores who is allegedly his best friend, had a machete and told him, quote, "We can do this the easy way or the hard way." Flores accused of choking the victim unconscious and duct taping his legs and wrists together. Investigators say Flores also took money from his bank account by scanning his face to unlock his phone.
Disgusting. I'm not going to lie, the world that we live in, unfortunately, that's what happens. Like I said, you can't trust anybody around in this world in day and age. All you can do is trust yourself and trust your own instincts.
The victim says he chewed through the duct tape on his wrist to escape the next morning while Flores was asleep. Deputies also found things used to tie the victim up, along with cocaine and fentanyl inside the home.
In a couple of hours, protesters will push back against Collier County mosquito control. The local group says they don't want toxic chemicals in their yard. Protesters are calling on Collier County to stop using aerial sprays to combat the large swarms of mosquitoes in our area. Instead, the group wants mosquito control to use a more targeted approach to kill these bugs. This morning, we're bringing you live to the site of the protests. That's coming up at 5.
Today, the friend of a 17-year-old Port Charlotte shooting victim is waking up thankful for deputies who arrest now 2 teens accused of his friend's murder. 18-year-old Octavian Washington is charged as the ringleader here in a shooting, killing 17-year-old Anthony Romero. 19-year-old Michael Balunas was the first arrest made this weekend. Over the weekend, Balunas was at a friend's home on Hernando Avenue when Washington showed up with a gun, according to law enforcement. Balunas was hurt and Romero killed in the shootouts. For friends of Romero, it's a win. The other person accused in the shooting will be held accountable.
They kind of just took that from him. I think they took him from all of us, and like you will never get to see a friendly face like that again, you know? And it's just not right.
Balunas telling deputies this shooting came after a years-long fight between the teens.
He has not even moved. I want to say like the back of the truck's tires ran over him, and even the trailer.
This morning, a 13-year-old boy is recovering after he was run over by a truck. Florida Highway Patrol says the crash happened Saturday along 16th Avenue Southwest and 19th Street Southwest. The person who called 911 says it looked like the boy thought the truck was going to stop, but it didn't have a stop sign. This other call to 911 is redacted, but it sounds like the man who hit the teen stayed on scene.
And you're the one who hit him? Okay, they're on the way, okay?
Oh, God, okay, hurry.
They're on
Please.
the way.
She's very injured. He's bleeding from the head.
This is the second serious crash involving a teen in the county this year. Back in March, 14-year-old Clayton Miller died after colliding with an SUV on his e-bike. Now, this teen survived. We're working to find out who he is and how he is doing.
This is a heartwarming story for the morning. A North Fort Myers man has his e-bike stolen while he's at work, but the bike was more than just a method to get from point A to point B. We talked with Leviticus Hanley. He says the reason he rides an e-bike to work is because he can't drive a car because of a brain injury. So the theft outside of Brooks Restaurant Monday night had a significant impact.
Can't get my license to do driving or anything now, so that's why I've only been on the bike ever since then. It's like an actual vehicle to me.
Yeah, a sad beginning, but now Brooks Restaurant is raising money to get Leviticus a new bike. They just put out a donation jar last night, and they've already raised hundreds of dollars to help him out. The Lee County Sheriff's Office, though, is investigating. If you know anything about the e-bike theft, get them a call.
This morning, Lee County wants your thoughts on how to improve public transportation. The meeting starts in a couple hours at the Edison Mall transfer along Cleveland Avenue. You can share your input on the Lee Tran development plan and existing transportation services.
Right now, you're looking at new video showing crews making a whole lot of progress out there at the Fort Myers Beach Fire Station. Hurricane Ian damaged Station 31 in 2022 to the point the town says they had to rebuild.
My dream has always been stay in Florida.
The start of a new chapter. Coming up, how a local volleyball player's journey reunited her with her teammates.
Here's a look back at last night, and the lightning was quite prolific. This is the view around, well, just before midnight. 174 lightning strikes in a 15-minute period across Lee County from Cape Coral to Fort Myers. I'll show you if we have more strong thunderstorms back in the forecast today coming up in your Gulf Coast weather.